Welcome back into Fox 54 for another segment of the Racing Roundtable with your morning anchor Jackson Rowland and producer and NASCAR reporter, analyst, and expert, Mr. Michael Manny. And Michael, we're talking all things Kansas Speedway for the Advent Health 400 in Kansas City, Kansas. Not Kansas City, Missouri, but Michael, last year, the finish of this race was wild.
Jackson, thank you very much. Wild is an understatement. The last spring race at Kansas Speedway, the closest in NASCAR history,
Right.
down to the hundredths of a second. Kyle Larson and Chris Buescher.
0-0-1.
Photo finish is putting it lightly. Like I said, the closest in NASCAR history. Kyle Larson and Chris Buescher. And I want to bring up Kyle Larson first of all. If you're looking for who's going to win this week, Kyle Larson's a safe pick most weeks. Some people regard him as one of the best race car drivers on the planet in any series. And this is why he's a threat in most places any week, whether that's a sprint car, whether that's a cup car, an Xfinity car, no matter what it is. He's won great driver last year, like I just mentioned. Also won in the old car, 2021, his championship season. So he's a threat this week. Somebody else I want to mention, a team actually, 2311 Racing.
So much success.
The team co-owned by Denny Hamlin and basketball legend Michael Jordan. In their short history, Kansas has historically been that organization, one of their best tracks. Bubba Wallace, 23 car, won his second career Cup Series race at Kansas. Tyler Reddick has won at Kansas. Kurt Busch, who's up for the NASCAR Hall of Fame, he won his last career Cup Series race at Kansas. So 2311, both drivers, actually 2 of 3, Riley Herbst, their third driver, 2 out of 3 in the top 10, Bubba Wallace 8th, Tyler Reddick 5th. This could be the time one of them break through.
That's right. Another guy I want to point out is Joey Logano. Of course, he's coming off his win last week at Texas Speedway in a great race, but also has a lot of success here at Kansas Speedway. But Michael, like we've talked about before, he hasn't done it in the next-gen car yet.
Hasn't done it in this current generation of car, but now that team had gotten off to a bit of a rough stretch. Defending Cup Series champion, had a rough stretch to start the year. Won Texas, got through that war of attrition down there in Fort Worth. Now that team has some momentum carrying them into Kansas Speedway. And now that they have that momentum, maybe they make it 2 straight.
That's right, and they're coming off of Texas into a more familiar track, another intermediate track, but not quite the different banks like Texas, a little more familiar. Michael, what do you expect from the race this week?
A lot of green flag passes, a lot of lead changes, and maybe it could come down to another spectacular finish in the end. Kansas has delivered time and time again with the next-gen car.
Well, one thing we know for sure, it's going to be another great race, maybe another photo finish, but like you've said, the next-gen cars are delivering great races, and this track also delivers great races. And you can catch that race 3 p.m. on Sunday at FS1. Be sure to tune in next week as well to the Racing Roundtable, of course, with Jackson Rowland and Michael Manny. We can't wait to watch the race this weekend, and we'll see you next week.